November saw the release of the lowest rated Call of Duty campaign in the history of the franchise, and although the multiplayer mode fared a little better, scores for the whole package have been mediocre at best, debuting at just 28% positive reviews on Steam and an overall Metacritic average of 56. It's easily one of the lowest rated games of not only the entire series, but 2023 as a whole.
There's also been a lot of negativity surrounding the integration of Modern Warfare 3 into what is essentially Modern Warfare 2, with it being renamed to Call of Duty and the entire package coming in at over 200 gigabytes.
RoboCop Rogue City is finally here, and despite some doubts before release about its characteristically slow combat and inconsistent demo performance, after playing the game all the way through, I can safely say that my concerns are no longer present. Although you might think a several £100 cyborg police officer probably wouldn't be the best as a playable character in a first-person shooter, I actually really enjoyed the combat. It features an impressive dynamic destruction and gore system that has enemies hilariously reacting to their various injuries, and satisfying sound design with an excellent, if underutilized soundtrack. Performance has also been much improved from the release of the demo, and I would argue that it's one of the best optimized games to run on the Unreal Engine 5, finally proving that it can look good while also running at a steady frame rate. With the release of RoboCop Rogue City, developer Teon has once again produced a faithful video game version of an 80s movie classic, with their last title, Terminator Resistance, being largely panned by critics but loved by fans. Although critic reviews for this one were fairly lukewarm with a Metacritic average of 71, player reviews on Steam were much more positive, reaching a percentage of 92.
The much anticipated sequel to 2014's critically acclaimed puzzle game The Talos Principle has finally arrived, and based on the reviews from both critics and players, it seems to be just as good as the original game, with 96% overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam and an 88 on Metacritic.
Vampire the Masquerade Justice is one of two VR debuts for a fan favourite franchise in the month of November, and while technically it isn't the first in the World of Darkness universe, with the same studio previously developing Wraith the Oblivion Afterlife, this is the first time that a Vampire the Masquerade title has been fully playable in virtual reality. But does it live up to the lofty expectations set by the beloved flat-screen games in the series, such as 2004's Bloodlines? In my opinion, yes. Taking place in the beautiful but mysterious location of Venice, Italy, you'll be able to strike from the shadows using various gadgets and abilities, all of which feel straight out of games such as Dishonored. And don't worry, this isn't just a VR experience meant to lure in fans of the franchise. With a 10-hour campaign and lots of replayability due to its RPG mechanics, including a skill tree and lots of dialogue choices, it's absolutely worth your time.
1996's Super Mario RPG was and still is one of the most unique spin-off games ever made, and although it was well received upon release and still has its fans to this day, a modern remake for the Nintendo Switch was definitely a good decision. With upgraded visuals and accessibility changes for a whole new audience, it seems both critics and players are enjoying it.
Assassin's Creed Nexus is yet another virtual reality debut for an incredibly popular flat-screen franchise, and another successful one at that, receiving an open critic average of 81 and 4.4 stars on MetaQuest headsets. I'm yet to try this one myself, but after playing and enjoying Assassin's Creed Mirage last month, I'm definitely excited.
Newsflash, the Epic Games Store is still not profitable after 5 years of running. Big surprise there. But no need to shed a tear for Epic, as considering their live service cash cow Fortnite just reached its highest concurrent player count of all time, I'm sure they're doing okay.
No, you're not dreaming. Rockstar has officially announced another entry in the Grand Theft Auto franchise, or at least announced the announcement of another entry. With a trailer due sometime next month, we'll finally find out whether GTA 6 is just around the corner, or if we're getting another lazy remaster. Don't know about you, but I'm hoping for the former.
With an announcement debuting to almost unanimous confusion, Naughty Dog has revealed that they are remastering The Last of Us Part 2. That's right, a remaster for a 3-year-old game. This comes around a year after the brilliant remake of the original game, which did a great job of modernising the 2013 classic, but it was still a pretty difficult sell at the price of $70. Luckily, this remaster will only set you back $10 if you already own the PS4 version. And unlike the remake of Part 1, instead of taking away content in form of the multiplayer mode, Part 2's remaster actually adds a number of previously cut levels as well as an all-new roguelike mode. If that sounds interesting, you'll be able to upgrade to or purchase the remaster on the 19th of January.